Good evening, graduates, faculty, families, and friends. Please rise and join me in honoring America with the playing of the national anthem. You may be seated. It is with great pleasure and a sense of pride that I stand before you today to celebrate the graduation of the class of 2023. On behalf of the entire faculty and staff at Ogemaw Heights High School, I would like to extend our congratulations and best wishes to each and every one of you. Graduation is a significant milestone in your lives. It is the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. It marks the end of one chapter of your life and the beginning of another. As you move on to the next phase of your journey, I want you to remember the lessons you have learned during your time here. The lessons of discipline, commitment, and responsibility. The lessons of teamwork, collaboration, and respect. These are the qualities that have brought you to this moment, and they will be the keys to your future success. As you go forth, I encourage you to follow your passions, take risks, and embrace challenges. Life is full of opportunities, and it is up to you to seize them. Remember that success is not final, and failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. I would like to take a moment to thank the families and friends who have supported you throughout your academic journey. Your love, guidance, and encouragement have been essential in helping our graduates reach this milestone. Graduates, let's give your family and friends a big round of applause. Finally, I want to say to our graduates that we are so proud of you. Please come back and visit us. You are not just students, you are family, and we look forward to hearing about your future achievements. You have forever cheerleaders at OHHS. Now, let's continue the celebration with a speech from our salutatorian, Reese Engel. Reese is the daughter of KJ and Shauna Engel. Reese is the vice president of the Student Council and a member of the National Honor Society. She has participated in Health Occupations, Students of America, and Bridge Crew. Reese is the captain of the girls' swim team and has served as manager for the boys' swim team for the past 3 years. She plans to attend the University of Michigan in the fall and study to be an endodontist. Reese?
Good evening, friends, family, mentors, and now Ogemaw Heights High School class of 2023 graduates. I'm sure I speak for all of my fellow graduates that this day is one that once felt like an eternity away, but now feels too soon to be here. I'm incredibly proud of each and every one of us for not just completing the vigorous work that comes with high school, but for adapting to the unprecedented challenges and new learning styles we were faced with. We would not have been able to achieve this great accomplishment without the support from the West Branch Rose City area school staff. I would like to personally thank my swim coaches, Mr. Walby and Mrs. Hofer, for encouraging me and challenging me in different aspects to make me grow as a person. Not only did they push me athletically by giving me hand number signs, but they also encouraged me to push my academic limits. I would also like to thank Mr. Williams for always believing in all of his students and wanting only the best for them. Even when I bombarded him with questions on his first week of employment as an Ogemaw Heights counselor, he was there with knowledgeable advice and words of encouragement. Last but not least, my parents Shauna and KJ for the love, support, guidance, and independence they gave me. I would like to give every graduate the praise they deserve for making it to this ceremony. Whether we realize it or not, it's inevitable that all of us here overcame some form of setback that forced us to doubt ourselves. Everyone's high school experience is different, so these setbacks are unique to each person, but we all persevered and made it here. As we now enter what most call the real world, I hope that we can remember the challenges we overcame the last 4 years and the satisfaction we feel now and apply that to anything that opposes our goals. Walt Disney once said, "All of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." I stand here with my classmates, and I know that we all have it in us to make this quote our reality. After all, we did just complete a grueling 4 credits of English, 3 credits of math, 3 credits of science, 3 credits of social studies, and endless electives. The world is now ours to tackle and make it as big as we want it to be. In front of me, I see people with the potential to be tradesmen, teachers, engineers, lawyers, doctors, or whatever they desire. I look forward to seeing everything the great group of peers I was blessed with becomes. Thank you everyone for being here for the commencement of the end of a bittersweet chapter of our lives and the beginning of the rest. Most of all, thank you class of 2023 for the memories and laughs that I will forever cherish. I wish the best for all of you, and I'll see you at the 10-year reunion.
Thank you, Reese. It is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian, Beck Sappington. Beck is the son of Wade and Erin Sappington. He is the president of the National Honor Society and the theatrical troupe. Beck has been involved in student council and bridge crew. He is a member of the varsity cross country and track teams, as well as played JV basketball. Beck also founded the 4-H group, Ogemaw Youth Astronomy Club. This fall, he will be attending Columbia University in New York City and plans to pursue a degree in astrophysics. Beck?
Thank you. Before I begin, I'd like to read a quote from one of history's great minds and one of my personal favorite authors, World War I hero T.E. Lawrence. All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their minds awake to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, that they may act their dreams with open eyes to make it possible. Today signifies the end of our time as students at Ogemaw Heights. In the months and years to come, we will branch out into the world before us. Some of us will go into the workforce, some into the military or trade schools. Others will go to college and further education. Some will remain in Ogemaw. Many will go to other cities, states, and even other countries. Some will remain in Ogemaw. And however, regardless of where we go individually, we will be forever linked by our shared experience growing up in our small town together at Ogemaw Heights. For this, I would like to congratulate all of you. Regardless of how you spent your time in high school, which was almost certainly different for every one of us, we share each other's successes today. In my personal experience at Ogemaw Heights, I like to think I've changed and grown from the things I've learned both inside and out of the classroom. And I would like to share some of the things that have helped me achieve my goals, big and small. And so, To my fellow graduates and to the many underclassmen in attendance, I implore you to open as many doors as you can and close as few as possible. Everyone has heard the cliche, albeit truthful phrase, nobody can predict what you're capable of, and hopefully all of us agree with that. In the last few years, I found it helpful to consider a similar, though very different idea, that nobody can predict what you're capable of, including yourself. I would be in a very different position if I had spent my time in high school doing my work half-heartedly because I thought some of my goals were virtually impossible to accomplish, which I certainly did think. Instead, I tried to live as if my goals, no matter how lofty, were moments away from being achieved, and that they depended on my continuing to take the right steps in the present. The great Stoic Marcus Aurelius said, "What matter and opportunity art thou avoiding? Persevere then, until thou shalt have made these things thy own," reminding us about the probable benefits of the tasks we'd rather avoid. Whether this means studying harder for a seemingly impossible test or training harder when playing time seems like it will never come, avoiding the matter completely relinquishes the opportunity for success when it comes. In so many words, I've opened as many doors as possible for myself, no matter how near or far in the future the door may be, and closed as few as possible, no matter how much easier closing and ignoring it may have been. So I urge you to do the same, and be, as T.E. Lawrence said, the dreamers of the day, acting on your dreams while others confine them to sleep. Thank you.
Thank you, Beck. At this time, can I please have all senior band members join the band? For their last performance as a member of the Ogemaw Heights Symphonic Band, the seniors have chosen to perform Pirates of the Caribbean by Claus Bedelt. Thank you, Mr. Anderson and band members. Please help me welcome Mr. Dom Goulet, who was chosen by the seniors to be their class speaker.
Thank you, Ms. Ziegler. Good evening. Guests, welcome to what I would call my favorite high school in the entire world. Ogemaw Heights is the high school that I called home at the turn of the century, earned my diploma from, and now have been employed for the last 14 years. It has had an amazing impact upon my life and has given me an unwavering sense of pride to call myself an alumnus and an employee of Ogemaw Heights. Administration and students, thank you for bestowing upon me the honor of delivering the graduation address this evening. Ogemaw has been blessed with many great graduation messages over the years, and I hope I can live up to the standard that has been set by so many speakers before me. Seniors, now graduates, I'm going to ask you to listen closely for the next 2 minutes, and hopefully you'll take away at least one piece of advice that resonates within your soul and helps in the future. Now, if you've ever had me as a teacher or coach, you really know it's probably going to be closer to 10 minutes. But would you really expect anything else? Class of 2023, I would like to begin by congratulating you on your newest life's greatest accomplishment. Up until this point, you have had many life's greatest accomplishments. Early in your lives, it was learning to walk and learning to talk or learning to ride a bike, things you may now take for granted, but were huge milestones in your early childhood. Years later, it was learning to read or memorizing your multiplication tables. Maybe it was winning a spelling bee or winning a championship game or match or pulling off an amazing performance on the stage or maybe even getting your driver's license. You've each accomplished so many great things in your lives. Please take a couple of seconds and think about some of the great things that you are most proud of accomplishing. Today, you can add high school graduate to that list. well done. But just know, this is only the foundation for your life's bigger and better accomplishments. Ralph Waldo Emerson shares some insight into what truly matters of your accomplishments when he says, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." Up until this point, all of your life's accomplishments have molded you into the person you have become. Each celebrated success that you have achieved or milestone that you have reached has taken effort, some requiring much more than others, but each has been well earned. As you set goals, overcome obstacles, and work towards conquering that next great feat in your life, you learned important lessons and gained knowledge and wisdom that you will continue to build on in your future. You see, so many times in life, people focus on the end result, that cumulative GPA, the championship game, the final performance, or the finished project, and they lose sense of the true meaning of their accomplishment, the journey. You are all sitting before me today, celebrating the end result of an amazing accomplishment, becoming a high school graduate. You should be very proud of this accomplishment, but do not lose sight of the true beauty of the journey of this well-deserved honor. The minutes, hours, days, months, even years that you have invested into earning that diploma has shaped you into the wonderful person you have become. Just know, as time passes and you reflect upon your time in high school, it will be the journey that brings you the greatest joy and the most memories. Understand that although your high school GPA and class letter grades are important, the true gift of high school is the relationships you've built, the memories you've made, the obstacles you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, and the successes you've celebrated along the way, all of which have had an impact on the person you have become. Over the past 13 years, some of you have worked tirelessly to learn as much as you can and earn the highest marks within your reach, while some of you have given just enough to get by. Regardless of how you got here, you all made it. Currently, some of you have unique opportunities available as a direct result of that hard work and dedication you have exhibited these last 4 years. And I press upon you to continue to seek out new opportunities, for as you take advantage of them, it will open the door to bigger and better opportunities in your future. To each of you, regardless of your work ethic throughout school, you have an opportunity to venture out into this new world with a clean slate. Set goals and strive to become the best versions of yourself. Musician and mathematician Tom Lehrer put into perspective when he stated, "Life is like a sewer. You get out of it what you get out of it depends on what you put into it." In today's world, too many people live their lives comparing themselves to others. I will say this mindset will only lead to a life filled with envy, unrealistic expectations, and unfulfilled hopes. The only comparison I suggest you make is the one where you compare your past self with your today's self. Becoming the best version of yourself is the ultimate compass on the path to a successful life. If we were to ask everyone in attendance today what their definition of success is, I'm sure we would compile hundreds of different definitions. Some definitions may be concise and to the point, while others would be far more drawn out, providing specific characteristics or accomplishments. The point is that success lies within the eye of the beholder. Some will tie success to monetary value of income or goods accumulated, social status, notoriety, or the importance of one's greatest accomplishments. While these are all notable characteristics of some of the most widely accepted, successful people of our past and current generations, I ask you to consider these thoughts, which originated from the co-founder of Apple Incorporated, Steve Jobs. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. When searching for what you want to spend the next 40 or 50 years of your life doing, find something you're passionate about. When you are passionate about something, it's easy to find motivation. Motivation is the fuel that will get you out of bed in the morning and sets the bar of your outlook on life. Although many may argue that a little extra caffeine may help expedite the process as well. Without motivation, life becomes consumed with laziness, indifference, and lack of ambition. Homer Rice says, "You can motivate by fear, you can motivate by reward, but both of those methods are only temporary. The only lasting thing is self-motivation." As important as motivation is, know that there will be times in your life when your motivation will be tested. Many of you will experience tough times in your lives, some that may even rock you to your core. In these times, it will be your resiliency that carries you through. You are all overcomers. There is no doubt in my mind that you have what it takes to overcome the unforeseen hardships life will bring. During your freshman year, schools were abruptly closed in March, and the entire state of Michigan was forced to teach your classroom lessons through Zoom calls and Google Meets. During your sophomore year, you were challenged with learning in a hybrid setting of in-person, virtual learning, and then faced with a junior year of learning what our new post-COVID norms would be. It wasn't until your fourth and final year in high school that you were allowed to enjoy your high school experience in its fullest. The resiliency each and every one of you displayed to make the best of your high school experience and overcome all of these challenges is truly inspirational and encouraging. I am confident that our future is in good hands. The 30th President of our United States, Calvin Coolidge, shared some notable advice on the importance of staying the course in the following quote: "Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts." The slogan, "Press On," has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. The last piece of advice I will leave you with this evening is one of the most important pieces of this address. One of the new and improved changes Ms. Ziegler has brought to our school this year was the Positivity Project. This program focused on 24 different positive character traits that provide the foundation for genuine self-confidence. Although the program focused on individual traits that improve a person's character, the true meaning of it is that other people matter. Graduates, understand that as hard as you have worked and as much as you have learned and invested in your own education, you would not be here today if it were not for the support, encouragement, and sacrifices that other people have given and made on your behalf. Many of those people may be in the crowd this evening, but I'm sure many of them are not. Make sure you let them know your appreciation for all they have done. Continue to surround yourself with great people and always treat others with kindness and respect. American writer and civil rights activist Maya Angelou shares that she has learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. As you venture into the great unknown of your future, live for life's journeys. Embrace its struggles. Be resilient. Seek and find your passion, and let it fuel your desire to become the best version of yourself. And above all else, treat others with kindness, respect, and generosity. Class of 2023, it has been an honor. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of the last 4 years of your journey and the celebration of your newest life's greatest accomplishment. I leave you with these final words of motivation from the great Stephen King. You can, you should, and if you're brave enough to start, You will. Thank you, and all as always, go Falcons! Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Goulet. Could I please have the senior members of the choir join our choir director, Miss Page, to sing Good Riddance, arranged by Mike Taylor. Thank you, Ms. Page and choir members. At this time, please allow me to introduce Mrs. Gail Huey, Superintendent for the West Branch Rose City Area Schools. Mrs. Huey will officially present this year's graduating class to the Board of Education.
Thank you, Ms. Ziegler. Good evening. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you to confirm the class of 2023 as graduates of Ogemaw Heights High School. I have the unique honor of welcoming most of our current graduates to our district so many years ago as kindergartners to Sirline Elementary School, as did Miss Smith at Rose City School. We practiced being safe, kind, and ready at Sirline, and responsible, caring, and safe at Rose City Schools. With those words and actions firmly practiced, you move on to the middle school, merging our communities to become one group, the Falcons. At last, you made it to Ogemaw Heights High School with confidence, strength, and determination. We have watched you grow, learn, and develop into amazing young adults. You are about to journey forth from here to share your skills and talents with the world. We couldn't be prouder. Congratulations, students. Congratulations also to the parents, families, and friends here tonight, and those that could not make it to our celebration, but hold our graduates in their hearts. It is your partnership with us that makes this night possible. Thank you. Thank you to our administrators, teachers, and staff for their hard work and dedication to our students. Countless hours of work go on behind the scenes. The planning and preparation for each lesson and each event may seem to go unnoticed, but we recognize those efforts in our graduates tonight. Thank you, staff. On behalf of the staff, students, we continue to wish you nothing but the best in your very bright futures. Now, students, please stand. As the superintendent of the West Branch Rose City area schools, I accept Ms. Ziegler's affirmation that the students before us have successfully completed all of the requirements set forth by the Board of Education. I now present to our school board the Ogemaw Heights High School class of 2023 for presentation of the diplomas.
Thank you, Mrs. Huey. Next up is the moment we've all been waiting for, the presentation of the diplomas. Here to assist us with the presentation of graduates is Ms. Hofer. Seniors in the first row, please rise.
Beck Samuel Sappington. Megan Renee Galanowitz. Reese Marie Engel. Elizabeth May Bragg. Alex Peter Soltman. Lillian Renee Adams. Claire Louise Johnson. Emma Rose Beeler. Tate Robert Juarez. Boston Patrick Brinley. Erica Jordan Thorson. Marley May Franzi. Ethan Mark Soares. Aiden Elijah Heinz. Cooper Lee Munn. Isaac Benjamin Heinz. Emily Grace Stockton. Lainey Ray Short. Raina Beth Bonus. Trinity Ann Bertassi. Derek John Orr. Maddox Jeffrey Eden. Matthew James Forney. Zachary Robert Fernelius. Laya Mejias. Gracie Catherine Hart. Emily Victoria Hines. Valerie Marie Hilliard. Morgan Marie Rocco. Nadia Marie Klein. Anthony John Scott. Noah James Munn. Braden Robert Provost. Jace Reed O'Grady. Hudson Donald Hodgins. Clifton Skip Abbott. Dylan James Ward. Cooper Philip Clan. Sawyer Harris Benjamin Dack. Timothy James Bailey. Quinn Donald Kudamash. Gabriel Darcy Kudamash. Abigail Elizabeth Nicholson. Georgia Ann Fox. JC Lee Jones. Jovi Ann Hoffman. Ethan Jack Pennington. Lane K. Klingler. Lily Anna Morass. Hazel Rose Lumley. Emily Rosler. Patanen Meekin. Matthew Blake Slaterline. Aiden George Scheiberger. Logan Wayne Burke. Kaylee Elizabeth Klon. David John Sikorsky. Trent James Cahill. Tom Stardust Carrier. Forrest Orion Fay. Damian Christopher Howell. Mason Edward Herline. Jacob Allen Lewis. Alexander Jacob Phillips. Braden Allen Wood. Colin John Mathewson. Harley Jade Hagedone. Caitlin Ann Gusler. Cameron Michael Miller. Chad Anthony Bowman. Brooke Ann Neffler. Olivia Grace Marie Champagne. Mark Scott Hamilton. Caleb Allen Hamilton. Thomas Richard Spencer. Dylan DeLoss Engel. Tyler Paul Downs. Jackson Drew Guan. Do you want me to just...
Yeah, you might need to put your foot in that. Here, I'll move it over.
Ethan Thomas Thorne. Tyson Isaiah Johnston. Madeline Grace Roach. Cameron Naomi Lehman. Brendan James Ray. Hank Van Adams. Tristan David Page. Bryce Lee Burdan. Callie Ann Bowman. Justine Nicole Braley Gassman. Macy Margaret Gibson. Hannah Lynn Daniels. Peter John Miller. Charles Allen Cole. Adriana Jolie Gassman. Amber Morgan Fitzgerald. Rebecca Lynn Weston. Connor Allen Loria. James David Rourke. Dominic Benjamin Rector. Mackenzie Faye Lahar. David Glenn Luster. Brighton Kenneth Caverly. Oliver Scott Gruber. Dustin Andrew Gibson. Samuel Oscar Magnuson. Rutger David Hof. Brooklyn Star Schwaneke. Destiny Nicole Manick. Hannah Elizabeth Noble Myers. Jade Madison Mather. Emily Grace Schleicher. Bryn Anna Shea Oakes. Haley Elizabeth Villarreal. Sarah Renee Thurlow. Louise Fouillou. And Agnes Catano.
You want to stay up here for a minute? Okay. If you need to find me this summer, I will be on the golf course. I've tried to tell them that they can't trick the master, but they just keep trying. Before we conclude our celebration, I would like to leave you with one last thing. I recently read a statistic that said the evidence has become so overwhelming that social scientists now consider read aloud time one of the most important indicators of a child's prospects in life. So on this hot June evening, I would like you to sit back and relax for a moment. Shut your eyes and reminisce about your time at Ogemaw Heights High School. Take it all in. Use your senses to create a memory of your last read aloud before you become Ogemaw Heights alumni. This book is called Maybe, by Kobe Yamada. Have you ever wondered why you are here? You are the only you there ever has been or will be. You have so much to offer. Maybe you are here to solve a great mystery. Maybe you will invent something that no one else has ever seen. Maybe you will build things that reach high into the sky. Your life is yours. Try as many things as you can try. See as much as you can see. Wherever you go, take your hopes, pack your dreams, and never forget. It is on journeys that discoveries are made. Maybe you will help others to see the beauty in each day. Or maybe you will lift cheering crowds onto their feet. Do everything with love. Follow your heart and see where it leads you. Maybe you are here to shine a light into places that have been dark for far too long. Maybe you will speak up for those who can't speak for themselves. Maybe you are here to help in ways that only you can. There will be struggles, there will be fears, and it won't always be easy. At times, it will be really hard, and you might make a mess of things. You may fall down, you may fail, but you will also get back up and you will rise a little stronger and a little taller. Because there really is more inside of you than you know. And this world needs your gifts, your talents, your big ideas. And maybe you're just getting started. What if you're only scratching the surface of what you can do and who you can be? What if you have talents you haven't discovered yet? There is something powerful, even magical about you. You already have everything it takes to do big things. Maybe you have no idea just how good you can really be. And maybe you don't know how much you matter. But maybe, just maybe, the world has been waiting centuries for someone exactly like you. One thing is for sure, you are here. And because you are here, anything is possible. Graduates, please rise. Thank you. At this time, I would like to invite the Valedictorian and Salutatorian back up to the stage to lead their classmates in the turning of the tassels, which symbolizes the completion of their high school journey. Beck, Reese, whenever you are ready. It is my pleasure to present to you the Ogemaw Heights High School graduating class of 2023.
All right, guys, listen before you move.